welcome to the channel. My name is Clifford James and today I'm on a mountain called Högvarda. I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to go all the way up because it is quite a high climb, but I have opportunities for some great photos here today. It is overcast, but I kind of like that because it adds a little bit of depth into the clouds, which is kind of nice. And first of all, I've stopped at this first location where I'm standing on a bridge right now and there's water flowing underneath me, and the ice and the snow has already broken through, so there's a couple of areas where the water is visible. And what's nice about that is it creates a bit of contrast because the water is really dark and then you got the ice. So those are the kind of photos I like to go for. They're really detailed, something a little bit interesting. I will get some landscape photos today as well. But also today I'm using a Syoptic 50mm F1.1 lens, and it's quite uncommon to use a lens like this, especially for landscapes, but I really want to test it out. And I'm going to take some shots at f1.1. It can be a little bit difficult because getting it in focus can be a little bit hard. It is a manual focus lens. But I just want to see what it's going to be like, what kind of photos I can get. And I will shoot at a higher f-stop as well, maybe f8, f16, just to get a little bit more detailed shots, see what the difference will be between the photos as well. And the good thing about shooting at a higher f-stop with water is that I can slow the shutter speed down, and you can see some of the movement in the water. So what I'm going to do now is take a couple of photos and see what I end up with, and we can take a look, and then I'm going to keep heading up towards the top of the mountain. So I found this old log cabin here, and generally I'm not really into involving man-made stuff into my photography, but sometimes it does work out and sometimes it can create a nice image. And the thing is, what I want to try here is shoot at f1.1 just to see what kind of effect I get with the background being blurred out. The mountain will be blurred, and then I'm going to shoot at f8 to get all the detail. And my aim is to try and shoot as low as I can to the ground because there is a bit of this brown grass kind of showing through, and I want to use that as a way to follow into the image and just add a little bit more depth as well. But the issue I'm finding here is when you shoot at f1.1, you actually need to be quite close to your subject for it to get enough focus on the actual subject. So what I'm noticing from where I'm standing, the side of the building here, the window on it is just about in focus, but otherwise everything else is slightly blurred out. So it'll be interesting to see the actual image on my computer and also compare it to the f8 version. But the other issue I found at f1.1, it's so bright outside, I have to shoot my shutter speed all the way to 8000, and I've got my ISO down to its lowest, which is low 1. And even then it's still too bright, so that's kind of made things a little bit more difficult, but I think I'll manage. But at f8 I'm shooting around 1/300th to 1/400th of a second, which is actually a lot better. Hopefully I find some more interesting photos. I'm going to keep going higher now, and it is quite windy today, but it's not always easy to find a specific photo, but I'm going to try my best. And the other thing is I'm just making the most of being able to come out and actually get this walk today, so the fact that I can get some images is just a bonus. starting to get really windy now the higher I'm going, and at the moment I'm not really seeing any. Wow, talk about windy. Okay, I'm gonna hold this instead. Yeah, as I said, it's getting a little bit too windy, but I'm still gonna keep heading my way up. And at the moment I'm not really seeing anything special to take photos of. I kind of want to get a little bit further up into the mountain, see if there's anything cool up there. And obviously the further I go up, the less trees and stuff there'll be, so in reality there'll be less special detailed stuff to take photos of, but I still might be able to get something interesting. And I kind of just want to focus on maybe trying to get it as high as I can right now. If I do take photos, what I'll do is I'll just put the information on the photo to show you the shutter speed and the f-stop that I took. But yeah, I think my best bet now is just to try and get up as high as I can, get to a point where I just see something a little bit different, because I've actually been here many times. It's been over a year since I've been here, and I kind of want to get a little bit of a different perspective this time. So yeah, let me use the time going up, and hopefully it turns out to be good. So I've hit a little bit of an issue here. The further I go up the mountain, it's pretty much sloping. I don't know, it's quite steep. The problem is the snow on top now is really compact. It's basically just an ice layer, and it's almost impossible to walk on. And sadly, I didn't bring my snowshoes with today, which have spikes on, so I would have been able to walk up. And I can go up, but very slowly, but there is the risk of me slipping down. And the other thing is, when I do go back down, I'm actually gonna have to slide down. So I've pretty much come as high as I'm going to be able to go. It's literally just up from there, and it's pure ice. So I'm definitely not going to take the chance. As of right now, I'm on a ledge that I probably shouldn't be on. And it is extremely windy, which doesn't help either. So balancing on here is not great. So I'm not going to risk it. And there is possibility for some good landscape photos here as it is. I'm not going to shoot at f1.1 because there's just no point with these kind of shots. So I'll most likely be shooting at f8 or f16 and just making the most of the photos I can get here at the moment. And then I'm going to have to start heading my way down. But as I said earlier, I'll just include photos that I take along the way. And with that, then I can hopefully also do a bit of a comparison with f1.1 and a higher f-stop. But yeah, it's starting to get a little dangerous. So yeah, let me just get my camera out. I'm gonna take some photos, and honestly, I think I'm gonna say goodbye now. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all next time.